I think we all want to be loved unconditionally. To be loved unconditionally is a love like that of which God gives his creation. And I think a lot of people liken unconditional love to the love that parents give their children. A lot of people think that unconditional love is not possible in romantic relationships. And I'm not really here to talk about if those things are possible or not. What I really want us to do is to focus on love and to answer the question, why is it so important to focus on love? Unconditional love is not unconditional tolerance. Unconditional love looks like being held in a light of acceptance and care without judgment. And so in order to really comprehend unconditional love, you have to first begin with loving yourself. When you love yourself, you are putting yourself in a position of being able to accept the shameful things about yourself, being able to understand where you're coming from. So it requires a level of empathy. It requires a level of compassion, and that's why I think people like to think that only parents can practice unconditional love, and that that's the only form of unconditional love that people will know. But what if you didn't have parents? What if you never got to experience that from your parental figures? Or what if you believe that love is something that you're lacking in your life? Love is the one thing that is going to heal this entire earth. The opposite of love is fear and shame. And as we can see, a lot of things in this world is operating out of the opposite of love. And so we can see what the opposite of love manifests. It manifests lack. It manifests poverty. It manifests death. It manifests just all kind of depravity of every level. But when we focus on and center ourselves in love, we are held like precious babies, because we are very precious, each and every one of us. We are held in a certain kind of way where we are able to face ourselves without judgment. And we are able to move through the world with the confidence that we are loved. Now, whenever the power of love like is so significant, it's so important that we speak love, that we do things that amplify love and exemplify love. That, have you ever heard of the experiment where you cut an apple in half and you put half the apple in one jar and half the apple in another jar? One jar is a love jar, one jar is a hate jar. The opposite of love, hate. You could put fear, shame, that is also the opposite of love. And you speak love to this jar. You say, I love you. You're so beautiful. You are healthy. You are okay. Everything's going to be okay. And just loving words of compassion to this half of the apple. And we know that when an apple is cut, eventually it's supposed to rot. Now, the other part of the apple, you speak hateful words. You're so stupid. You're ugly. You'll never be anything. You'll never have anything. You see how much easier it is even for me to come up with examples for that other side. That's what I'm talking about. It's very easy in this world to be conditioned to be the opposite of love. But in this experiment, you will see that the apple that you spoke love to did not rot. And the one that you did speak hate to rotted very quickly. And the reason why this happens is because love is the vibration of creation. It is what sustains us all. It is literally what created us all. And so when we return back to love, that is when the world will return back to its abundance. That is when the world will return back to its most proper state. And that is why it's so important for us to focus on love, unconditional love. Unconditional love is not unconditional tolerance. What that means is love everything, love everyone. But if it is not on your same vibration of love, if it is not giving you back the same light, you do not have to be around it. You do not have to do business with it. You do not have to be in a relationship with them. You do not have to do you can let it go. You can release it with love. That's what unconditional love is. Unconditional love is I still love you, but I cannot be with you because being with you would make me then forth not love myself. And then I wouldn't know how to properly love you. You understand? Unconditional love is being aware enough to see when a situation is too unhealthy for you. And so therefore you love yourself enough to remove yourself from that situation. Returning back to love isn't just about the love that we're going to have to give to each other. It is about the love that we are going to have to give to ourselves. And once people awaken more, because I see it, but once people begin to practice it more and put it as the forefront of their lives to be loving beings to each other and to themselves, this entire world is going to change for the better. That is what the world is really waiting on. That's what the universe, all the extraterrestrial beings, the ones that's whatever that is for the significant change to happen in this world, for things to get better. We have to start focusing on love more. And what I mean also is, in order for you to really put your focus on love, you have to begin to remove everything out of your life that does not look like love, that does not resonate on that very high light vibration. If it is not there, then it is removable. And that is why I say that unconditional love is not unconditional tolerance. Okay? Because even if, like, we could take, okay, because people think that parents love unconditionally. No, they don't. And if you do, you love your child to a fault. You spoil them rotten. Do you understand? Because trying to force love, that's not even love. That's just your ego. That's just your own selfishness or your own unhealed wounds trying to project onto somebody else. When you really love someone, you want the best from them and you want the best for them. And so I'm a mother. So I see my son. I love him unconditionally. But will I tolerate bad behavior? Absolutely not. And so that is what the world is about to get back to: unconditional love. And it is about to set itself on a frequency that everyone is going to have to reside on, which is unconditional love. And once we get there, you guys, you're going to see that a world full of love is so much better than a world full of hate, fear, and shame.